Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Today we are in very important scene, that is scene 5 of Macbeth. This scene is important from several points of view that we know already, that Macbeth is going to fight, and he also comes to know about the double playing of the equivocation of the witches. And also this scene is important because of the death of Lady Macbeth. Now, hang out our banners on the outward walls. So what Macbeth is saying, that just let our banners be displayed. Hang out means displayed on the outward wall of the castle. The cry is still, they come. So everyone is telling they come. Who are they? They refers to that the enemy soldiers. Here they refers to the enemy soldiers. Our castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Now there is something you have to understand here. Okay, let's read that line. Here let them lie, to famine and ague eat them up. So here let them lie till they are just eaten up or they are destroyed by famine or ague. Means fever. Famine, you know, famine means, and it is fever. Starvation and fever. Still starvation and fever take them up. So still starvation and fever take them off, allow them to lie here. Were they not forced with those that should be ours? So those who should be ours have joined them. This line means those who should be ours have joined them. We might have made them dareful beard to beard, means face to face, and beat them backward home. So what does Macbeth is going to tell here? Macbeth's strategy of war you have to understand now. Macbeth always loved to fight beard to beard, means face to face. But now it is not possible. Why? Because most of the soldiers, most of the lords and thanes have deserted Macbeth and joined the English army and joined Malcolm. So now they cannot fight face to face. So what is the strategy? Macbeth is waiting for a siege. Suppose this is the Dunsinane castle, and this castle is fortified. This castle is fortified by Macbeth. Macbeth cannot go outside this castle and fight face to face, because he has not so strong troop, not so huge army to fight face to face. He has very limited army. So Macbeth's plan is he will stay here, and he says that his castle is so fortified that it is not possible for the enemy soldiers to vanquish it. And he is waiting for the siege by Malcolm. And a siege can occur in two ways. How? First, the army will try to break the fortification. So army will try to break the wall and enter the castle, number one. And the next is that they will just seize and they will surround the castle, not allowing any food or any provision to pass through the castle. So this is the two ways one can siege the castle. So we are not sure that what strategy Malcolm is going to take to siege Dunsinane. But these are the two ways. In the second way is slow but also effective, because gradually the those who are inside the castle will lose all the food, water, they will get nothing and they will die, and they will just force to surrender. They will force to surrender because they don't get any food or water from outside, because the castle is totally surrounded by the enemy soldiers. So this is the second method, but it will take time, but it is effective. But when you break the wall of the castle or break the fortification of the castle and enter there, it is more effective. I think Malcolm will take this one, because Malcolm has enough soldier. Malcolm has enough soldiers. Malcolm has too much power. Malcolm has a large army. He is helped by everyone. He is again helped by the Scottish army also. Those who have left Macbeth have joined Malcolm. So Malcolm is most powerful now. So he must choose the first one, I think so. Okay, let's see what happened. And now Macbeth's point is that Macbeth is hoping that we are not going to be just devoid of provision or food, but they are. Just try to understand. If you don't understand, you can comment me below, but just try to understand. What is Macbeth's point? Macbeth's life is in danger, but Macbeth is thinking that here let them lie. Let them lie. Where? Here means surrounding my castle. So Macbeth's point is that surrounding my castle, let them lie. Let them lie surrounding my castle, till starvation and ague eat them are. So Macbeth's point is that they will come and they will surround through my castle. They cannot enter here, and because Dunsinane is too much fortified by our soldiers, and they will stay there without food, without provision, and we have enough stock. With laugh a siege to scorn. Macbeth is mocking the siege, that we can mock the siege because we have enough stock, and it is on their behalf they will be just lie there to die. Okay. A cry of women within. What is that noise? Satan. It is the cry of women, my good lord, and now Satan exists to see what is happening there. Macbeth. I have almost forgot the taste of fear. These lines are very important. This soliloquy is very important. You just mark it for explanation. Actually, Macbeth is very important drama, because of Macbeth is included in the syllabus of various universities, and Macbeth is also included in the competitive exam like SSC, etc. And so Macbeth, you have to remember the important lines and their significance and their explanation. I have almost forgot the taste of fears. What does it mean? So do you remember the Macbeth who always starts and frets at the little possible sound? So there is two kinds of Macbeth. Macbeth before the murder of before and at the time of Duncan's murder. Do you remember that Macbeth? That Macbeth is always afraid, always in hallucination, always getting startled by any trivial sound or anything. Sorry. And this is the Macbeth who is hardened to his core, and he fears nothing. So I have almost forgot the taste of fears. Take note, he is too used to violence now. He is too used to violence now. So there is a clear contrast between Macbeth before and at the time of Duncan's murder, and just after Duncan's murder, and Macbeth now. The time has been, my senses would have cooled. So there was a time when my senses were chilled. Cool means chilled with fear. To hear a night shriek, to hear the sound of a night, scream at night. Any scream at night could chill my senses. And my fell of fear. Fell of fear means What does it mean? Fell off hair? Skin under the hair. Fell off hair means skin under the hair. And my fell off skin would at a dismal treatise roused and stirred. Means my skin under the hair with a dismal treatise. Dismal treatise means just story of disaster, rouse and stir. So there is a time when my senses would have chilled by terror just hearing a scream at night, and when the hair on my skin would have stood up and throbbed, like my heart, rouse and stir. Just our heart usually rouse and stir, but the skin of under my hair is roused and stir. So how sensitive Macbeth wants to means that how sensitive he was then. How sensitive he was then. As life were in it, as if they are full of life. As if they are, the skin under my hair has life. So in that way they used to rouse and stir. So sensitive he was. And now as life were in it, and now I have soft, full of horrors. I fed myself with horrors too much. Soft, full of horror means have fed myself thoroughly on horrors. Darkness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot one start me. And so I am so full of horror, I have fed myself with so much horror that horror has become, darkness means also horror, has become so familiar to my slaughterous thoughts. Slaughterous thoughts means murderous thoughts. So it is very true that Macbeth can murder anyone. When Macbeth cannot get Macduff, he just murdered Macduff's wife and innocent children just for the sake of murder. There is no need to murder them. But Macbeth murdered them just for the sake of murder. So now horror and murder has become so synonymous with me that nothing can start me, nothing can startle me. I just forget the taste of fear. Can I make you understand this point? So this outlook is very important on the fact that you can understand Macbeth's hardened character. Macbeth is now a hardened character. He is so accustomed with violence. He re-enters Saturn. Now Saturn has come back with the news what is happening. Wherefore was that cry? Macbeth asked, what is the reason of that cry? The queen, my lord, is dead. So Lady Macbeth is dead. So that Lady Macbeth, how much fuss she has in her life, but now a very simple single sentence is declaring her death. So when we meet the next soliloquy by Macbeth, that life is nothing but just a brief candle, life is nothing but a walking shadow. And that soliloquy is reinforced by Saturn's declaration of Lady Macbeth's death in one single sentence. So can you feel that how much we fret on our life, fret on trivial matters, we fight on trivial matters, we just lust our taste for revenge. So everything is going to end in one single simple sentence. Okay, just think of that through your philosophic mind, and now we are proceeding. Macbeth, she should have died hereafter. So what is Macbeth's reaction? It is more important. So Macbeth is telling nothing. Macbeth, how she died, or Macbeth is not making any violent grief. Macbeth is doing nothing. Macbeth so calmly accepting this death. Calmly accepting. His only accusation is she should have died here. It is not the perfect time she has chosen to die. So his only accusation against Lady Macbeth is that she she should have died later. It is not the perfect time. Why? It is not the perfect time. Macbeth is going to battlefield. Macbeth is going to war. Macbeth is in very serious crisis. Macbeth, at this moment, Macbeth is in crisis. And is it the time to die? So that is Macbeth's reaction. And this reaction comes from a total lack of interest. Total lack of interest on life. Nihilism, stoicism, whatever you can say this. That now Macbeth is totally lost his life. Despair. Macbeth accepts the death of Lady Macbeth in quiet stoicism. Take these notes. Stoic calmness. So Macbeth accepts the death with stoic calmness. She has lost the emotion. He has lost the emotion. He has lost the emotion to grief, to make chaos, to just show his passion on his wife's death. Lady Macbeth was not only his wife, but she was his partner, his soulmate in every act. Just a casual outcome of grief. He should have died hereafter. Actually, he is not interested in how she dies. He does not ask Satan how she dies. Actually, he was waiting for the death. He was waiting for her death. He knows that she is going to die. He was sure about that. So how she died is not matter to him. But he wants that she should die hereafter. I am already in too much crisis. And now if she was at least alive, I have that strength that she is with my side. She has chosen a wrong time to die. Okay, I have talked so much over a single line. Let's proceed. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and this is a famous speech, you must mark this. Tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this pretty pace from day to day. We are always waiting for tomorrow. We always wait for tomorrow to be better. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. So, tomorrow and after that next day and the day after the next day, and this is how time passes at a slow pace from day to day till the last day, last syllable of recorded time. Every one of us has a recorded time. 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 60 years, whatever it is, everyone has a recorded time. And by counting the tomorrows, we reach the last syllable, means the last day. We hope for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and in this way we reach the last scene, the last day. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools. And then when we reach the last day, when we look back, all our past days just feels like we are fools. Proves that served merely to show the way that we are just treated ourselves, we just allow ourselves to be befooled by our life. The way to dusty death. So, this is the ultimate destination. This is the ultimate destination. What? The dusty death. Means we are going to buried in the dust and mingle in dust. We are going to be buried in the dust and get mingled. Sorry, this will be deep. Mingled in the dust. So there is nothing more than that. This is the only fate. This line reminds you something. Have you gone through the video on As You Like It, The 7 Ages of Man by Jacques? As You Like It, then go for it. Act 2, Scene 7. Sorry, I have write 8. Scene 7, Act 2, Scene 7, Jack's speech in As You Like It. I cannot remember the line number. So go through Act 2, Scene 7, Jack's speech. All the world's stage, you will find that. And all the men and women merely players. That speech is just the echo of this speech, or this one that. So anyway, they both are same. Macbeth and Jax is talking the same thing. Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that starts and frets his hour upon the stage. So this poor player is in general, everyone is this poor player, and in particular Macbeth is the poor player that starts and fret in the stage. The stage is also at the same time general stage of life, and at the stage you can say Elizabethan stage. And then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury. Sound and Fury, the name of the novel by William Faulkner. So this title is taken from here, Macbeth's soliloquy. You can feel that how much important this soliloquy is. A novel is written on this just a phrase, sound and fury, signifying nothing. And so the life is signifying nothing. Life is merely a shadow that accompanies a human being for a short time. Life's importance on the stage is like of a theatre, actually Macbeth is expressing his discontent and disdain upon this life, upon his part on this life. You can compare this life with a story told by an idiot. So there is nothing so important, so glorious in life. It is just a story told by an idiot, story full of nonsense, but that signifies nothing, no meaning. All these starts and fates, this has nothing, no meaning. Now, enter a messenger. Thou comest to use thy tongue. So, you have come to say something. From your appearance, it is looking that you want to say something. Just thy story quickly. Tell whatever you want to tell, just tell quickly. Messenger. Gracious my lord, I should report that which I saw, but know now how to do it. My lord, I want to say something, but I don't know how to say. Well, say, sir. Okay, say, don't worry, say. Messenger. As I did stand my watch upon the hill, as I was stood upon the hill, Dunstan Hill, I was just keeping a watch. I looked towards Birnam wood, and anon, methought the wood began to move, and I thought the wood has begun to move. Is it possible? The messenger himself is just shocked by this sight. So he just runs to inform Macbeth. Liar and slave, you are a liar. Messenger, let me endure your wrath. Yes, I know that you are going to be angry. I will gladly suffer your wrath, if it is be not so. If I have said that it proves false, then I am ready to just suffer your wrath. Within this 3 miles, may you see it coming. You may see the wood is moving from a distance of 3 miles. So this tree, you can see the wood is coming. Just go yourself and see. I say a moving grove. I am telling you that the wood is advancing. Now, what happened? Lady Macbeth's death cannot stir Macbeth. He stoically accepts this. But now the Birnam wood is coming to Dunstan. So what is the fate of Macbeth now? If thou picks falls upon the next tree, shalt thou hang alive. So if what you say proves false, then you will be hung alive upon the next tree. Till famine cling thee, till starvation eat you, and still you die. And if thy speech be sooth, but if you are telling truth, sooth means truth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull on resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend. Fiend means the witches. So if your words prove true, I shall not mind if you treat me in the same manner. So if you are false, I am going to hang you in the tree, and if you are true, then you can hang me on the tree. And then I doubt the equivocation. The Potter scene, do you remember? Potter was talking about the equivocation, and one who just equivocate has to go to hell for their ambiguous speech. But who is here to put the witches in hell? Because witches do the same thing with Macbeth. They talk in double meaning, and Macbeth, they trap Macbeth. Now Macbeth can understand that he is trapped. He is now trapped, and he is befooled by the witches. He must remember Banquo now. Banquo warns him again and again that don't believe in that witches. That lies like truth, fear not till Birnam do come to Dunsinane. This is the direct speech of the witches, and now a wood comes towards Dunsinane. Is it believable that a wood can come towards Dunsinane? Arm and out. Okay, now we have to just fight. I have nothing to do. If this which he avouches does appear, which he affirms, avouches means which he affirm is appear to be true. There is not flying hens, not tarrying here. Not tarrying here means not staying here. So if the messenger is telling the truth, then that Birnam wood is moving towards Dunsinane. Then get ready for the battle. And there is neither fleeing from here nor staying here. Nothing can over. Macbeth is now trapped. I begin to be weary of the sun. Again means I begin. I begin to be weary of sun. Sun here refers to life. So Macbeth now realized that his time has come to an end. The witch's prophecy is proved true, and now Macbeth has to die. So Macbeth is saying that I am so weary of my life, and wish the estates over the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell, blow wind, come back, at least we will die with harness on our back. So at last we find that Macbeth, the Macbeth we met at the very first Act 1, Scene 2, where the wounded soldier came and talked about the valiant Macbeth. Now at the end of the life we find the valiant warrior. This is the actual identity of Macbeth. Macbeth was a valiant warrior, a brave soldier. So even when Macbeth comes to understand that he is going to die, there is nothing he can do. He wants to end all this running and fretting. He seeks peace. But that peace is not stoic peace. That's not standing in one place and let the enemy soldier come and kill me. This peace, he wants just like a soldier, a brave soldier. He wants to die fighting. He wants to die fighting till the end of his life. So even he is saying the contradictory speeches that I am tired of my life, and I wish that the organization of the world would disintegrate, come to collapse. Ring the danger signal. Let the wind ruin blow against us. Let destruction overtake us. Even then, at the face of dire death, he wants to fight. He wants to fight till that. So this is Macbeth, and in this time we must respect Macbeth. Macbeth is a murderer, Macbeth is a killer, Macbeth is whatever it is, betrayer. But in this point we must feel respect for him. A bit I can feel, I am not sure if you can feel or not, but I feel sorry for him. I feel pity for him. I also feel regard for him. Okay, let's wait. The next scene is Scene 6, and it is very short scene, and then Scene 7, and then Scene 8, and now we are going to close Macbeth after a long run. Thank you for staying with me. Bye.